Good morning, all. Rev here once again this morning. It is Wednesday. It is March the 3rd, 2021. I hope that you're safe, you're well, you're blessed this morning. I hope that you are filled with what Dad used to call vim, vigor, and vitality. I hope you're ready to be a witness for Jesus today as he gives you opportunity. Just going to read one verse today. This is from Proverbs. It's chapter 28, and it's verse 6. Better a poor man whose walk is blameless than a rich man whose ways are perverse. May God add his blessing to the reading and hearing of his word this morning. Now, I've been talking the last couple of days about wealth, prosperity, and integrity. This morning, I want to talk about a little survey here that has been done. What would you be willing to do for $10 million? Now think about that. What would you be willing to do for $10 million? Now, 2/3 of Americans polled would agree to at least one of these, and some to several of these following things. For $10 million, 25% of Americans would abandon their entire family. For $10 million, 25% would abandon their church. For $10 million, 23% of Americans would become prostitutes for 1 week or more. For $10 million, 16% of Americans would give up their American citizenship. 16% would leave their spouse. Only 10% would withhold testimony and let a murderer go free. And these percentages are going down. Only 7% would kill a stranger. And for $10 million, only 3% would put their children up for adoption. Some of those are pretty scary numbers. And even some of these, when you talk about even the low 7 and 3%, 7% would kill for $10 million would kill a stranger. That's scary. For $10 million, 3% of Americans would put their children up for adoption. To me, that's pretty scary. We place so much importance on material possessions that we really often truly forget our true possessions. Our true possessions wasn't the word I wanted to use. Our true treasures. This particular verse reminds us that integrity is of far greater value than any riches. Now, it would be wrong, though, for us to assume or suppose that the poor are morally superior to the rich. The poor can also be materialistic, striving for things that they don't have. Proverbs also notes that each of those conditions, being wealthy or not being wealthy, or poor, however you want to say it, either one of those conditions makes us vulnerable. Agur, probably the son of Jacob, who we know very little about, but he speaks in Proverbs chapter 30, or at least actually writes, give me neither poverty or riches, otherwise I may have too much and disown you and say, who is the Lord? Or I may become poor and steal and so dishonor the name of my God. Wherever God has placed us in life, there's going to be temptations to do wrong. The rich are going to be tested one way. The poor are going to be tested another way. And the average person in yet even a different way. For each, passing the test means the greatest gain of all, the privilege of walking in integrity. I'm Pastor Mark. Love you guys. Be safe, be well, be blessed. Go do something for Jesus. Walk in integrity. I'll see you tomorrow.